on LinkedIn for a long time now. I would say, what has it been about 8 weeks, 8 or 9
Yes.
weeks?
Yeah.
Okay. Consistently higher level brand photos and really thoughtful posts. You've done a really good job of writing your posts. I don't know if you're using the content that I've come up with in
Yes.
terms of our strategy
Yeah.
and then just enhancing it with your own.
Yes.
Yep, that's worked really great. But you just said that you like business is flowing in and you're like, you feel like it's an indirect result of all of that. So tell me, like, what, connect the dots for me. What has really worked to get more opportunities?
Okay. I think because like we are all so busy in
Mm-hmm.
our day-to-day lives, I think having the presence on LinkedIn is just a reminder of for people like that
Yeah,
you're there. Like, oh, yes, that's Christy and she does roofing.
right.
So like with the IFMA speaking engagement, that happened because I went out with Leslie Nolan, who's part of
Yeah.
IFMA.
Yes.
And again, she's been watching. I knew her before, but I mean, everyone that I have met with, first thing out of their mouth has been, "You're killing it on LinkedIn." I mean, I have heard those exact words from
Yeah.
men and women. So it's not even just like the women that are saying it. The men are saying that to me as
Yeah.
well. So I think the consistency of
Mm-hmm.
showing up, like
Mm-hmm.
you were having me post 2 to 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think it's like, okay, like we had that kind of that agenda of like, okay, let's build, like there was strategy, and I'm going to draw a blank on how we set it up. But the first was just getting online
Awareness. Yeah.
awareness,
Building the
like,
awareness of
yes.
who you
And
are,
then,
what you do, who you do it for.
yes. So I think, that has made people that I knew but
Mm-hmm.
didn't really interact with much,
Mm-hmm.
want to interact with me more.
Mm-hmm.
And so now they're interacting like, okay, like here she is, I might show up at like a lunch thing and they say, oh my gosh, you're on LinkedIn. And then they're like, wait, you're really who you say you are
Yeah.
online, So it's kind of just all work together. It's just,
Yeah.
I think LinkedIn is how people connect now,
Yeah.
initially, because
Yeah.
we don't have time to be in
Yeah.
50 places. So LinkedIn, it's just really done that. It's tightened up the relationships um that I wanted to have.
I love it. You know, one
Yeah.
thing that I'm seeing, and I wonder if you're experiencing this too, is that, so many service providers that are, on the smaller side, small to medium, they're really dependent upon good referrals.
Hmm.
And their current clients thinking, oh gosh, you do great work for me. I'm going to tell my other colleague at this other company. So, like, that referral process is part of your repeatable pipeline that you really depend upon. And
Hmm.
showing up, like you're saying, just being visible and elevating your conversation and really solving client problems is helping them to feel comfortable referring you because
Hmm.
they think that they think, gosh, Christy is showing up. She's a rock star. Like, she's like owning LinkedIn and she's showing better pictures and talking about all the problems that, roofing can solve for these poor facility managers. So it's like it like connects the dots for referral partners. But you're
Hmm.
right, it's really hard to track.
Yeah.
Hard to say like this person commented on my post and then I set up a meeting with them and that led to new contract.
Yeah. You're not, I mean, in my opinion, I don't think you're going to get direct sales. You may get a small portion,
Yeah.
but it's going to build on to something. Well, it leads to a conversation. You can't just post and go back and forth and leave comments. Like, you got to go to
Yeah.
the next step. You got to do a Zoom
Yep.
call. And
Yeah.
then it's, hey, can you come look at my roof? Or, hey, invite them to an industry event. And then it builds from there. But it's really relationship driven, and it just gives you that extra
Yeah.
edge being on LinkedIn. It's like working for you while you're doing something else,
Yes.
so I know, like this morning, I was on top of mine because I had people reach out to me, and I know they just saw the post,
Yeah.
and Lila Dawn, she was one of
Mm-hmm.
them.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and then Mason Brady said the same thing. He's like, Christy, I've just been watching your post, and we talked about being believers, and I said, well, it's interesting.